Now we have a panel discussion on transformation through project meditation. The vision of project meditation is to cultivate strong awareness and engagement among leaders regarding meditation as a powerful solution for national well-being and global peace. I request the moderator for the panel, Mr. Prashant Agarwal. I request Dr. Sai Kripa Sagar, the moderator for the panel, to take over. Dr. Sai Kripa Sagar, former Vice President of Digital Engineering at Cognizant with 30 years of global technology leadership experience, today blends professional consulting with his roles as Managing Trustee of Pyramid Valley International. Currently, he serves as CEO of Quantum Coherence Technology, dedicated to spreading meditation through technology. Next, I invite Mr. Prashant Agarwal, co-founder and managing director of Wazir Advisors and Wazir Skills, leading 300 team members across 10 Indian states. Global expert in corporate strategy who has advised clients in 40 countries, guest faculty at IIT Delhi and IIM Ahmedabad, and dedicated meditation practitioner since 2022. Thank you, sir, for being here. Next, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal. Mr. Rajiv Agarwal is a Delhi-based architect with 45 years of experience, having designed major institutions and served as a World Bank consultant for 33 years across challenging global regions and a meditation practitioner for 25 years. Thank you, sir, for being here. Next, I invite Mr. M.P. Singhal-ji, retired Additional Secretary from Ministry of Communications, Government of India, currently Treasurer and Governing Board Member of Cloud and Computing Innovation Council of India, regular Anapanasati meditation practitioner since 2020, and active Buddha CEO lead for Delhi area activities. Thank you, sir, for being here. Mrs. Reshma Salyan. Ma'am is a software industry professional with 17 years of experience and a dedicated mindfulness advocate since 2022. Over to you, Sagar, sir.
Good morning, namaskar. Thank you for being here. It's a wonderful start for this conference this morning. And all the people you see on the stage are my colleagues, and everyone has played a vital part in the conduct and organization of this conference. So thanks to each one of you. So Jayashree ma'am has cleanly laid out the three main projects or the four projects of Buddha CEO, right? So we're going to speak about one project, which is Project Meditation. In fact, it was clearly written Meditation Awareness. How do you spread meditation awareness? And this project has been going on for the last couple of years. The RCMLs and GCMLs, they were there. And we would like to do a lot more. So we're going to talk about some ideas and some transformation experiences because of these conferences, right? So I'll begin with Reshma ma'am. So the whole idea of project meditation to spread awareness so that people join, spread awareness to leadership. So there are different levels to spread awareness to leadership and working professionals and through the events and workshops. We'll talk more about it. So Reshma ma'am, let me begin with, so you joined this whole Buddha CEO thing the last few years, right? So how did you first come to know about this, and then what has been your personal transformation as a professional?
Hi all. So the main thing, I was like in my IT industry, I was overdoing things and I used to get stressed out and I was not living mindfully. So, right? During Corona, I joined Buddha CEO program. With a 40 days program, I could see a big transformation in me. The main thing is awareness about my thought, my emotions. Once we are aware, 50% of the problem is solved. Rest is only about implementing the correction, right? So the programs in PSM Buddha CEO, what I see is it has equal importance to the wisdom and the meditation practice. Both goes hand in hand. And we have open question answer session where we can clarify all the doubts. So this is how I started living mindful in office, even in home. Right? In office, I can see a big change. The basic thing, my memory and my creativity and my performance improved. Dropping judgment creating healthy boundary. All this has come up with the awareness. So this is how it changed my life professionally and personally. And yeah, we introduced in office and even in the apartment, all things. And so I'm so proud to be part of this conference. Thanks to Chandra sir and entire Buddha CEO team and PSM. We have back-to-back programs which keeps us on track. Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Wonderful. So, Singalji, you've been from public sector. You've been working with a lot of agencies here. And one of the goals of Buddha CEO and especially Project Meditation is to reach a wide range of leaders. And, there are a lot of conferences that happen throughout industry, in different industries. So, your views on how do we make the meditation technique to a lot more levels of leaders or professionals across different types of organizations.
Thank you, sir. Good morning all. As I started my journey, in fact I am not a spiritual man at all. Before 2020, I never even, not only meditation, I never only did any puja, any spiritual or any religious things. I am the least spiritual or religious man. But circumstances, some challenges in the life brought me in this path. Maybe that was my destiny. So definitely, when the challenges comes, it is for the good only, that I can say. So I was introduced to PSSM, one of my friend who is doctor by profession. And then first time I attended 40 days program with Buddha CEO in July 2020. And since then I am hooked with Chandra sir. Because of simple reason, it was a very scientific and simple meditation technique, and it has transformed definitely my life. I'll say the regular thing which everybody talk about, the health, efficiency, other things, definitely, but meditation has given me, not only in my professional life, but it has given a lot in my personal life. It has taught me how to be mindful, how to be responsive than reacting, how to work in the team way, instead of being in a government at very senior level positions, to deal with the subordinate, to deal with the public. It has really transformed my life. In fact, this is the maximum need of the meditation of today in the government sectors, where the policy is being defined. Other level, it may be implemented, but for the direction of country, direction of the world, over the how it will proceed, complete policy is being defined by the government level. You will see the meditative leader. It is the need of the hour that we should include a compensate, empathetic leader who is well known toward all society, all strata of the society, who can include the different strata of the society and frame the policy for the benefit of all. For that, I don't find any tool better than this meditation, who is more mindful, more compassionate, and moreover, in today's world, being in digital era, every officer, especially senior officer in the government of India, I can definitely, Karthik will boast for that. There will be a lot of challenge in the senior level officers. How to take a decision, all-inclusive decision, definitely to calm the mind, to bring awareness, to increase wisdom for each and every subject. Meditation is must for each and every leader. To increase the meditation in the government sector or in corporate, in NGO, definitely Buddha CEO has done lot of work I have seen during last 5 years, but still lot is to be done. We have to be a inclusive excellence project which include integrated diversity, equity and inclusion in all fields. We have to bring the meditation at the grassroots level. We have to create the organizations in each cities in tier 1, tier 2 level, taking the meditation on regular basis. And then definitely the regional language, the native language of the people, we should include more and more. Definitely I see a lot of progress during last 5 years, but still lot is more to be done. Yes, there is a initially hand-holding hiccups are there in the every field and especially in the government setup. But as Karthik Sir mentioned, UN has declared 21st December as the meditation day. So it is become very much easier for us to include it more easily in the government setup, in PSUs, in the corporate NGOs. Yes, we have to be another thing, integrate the various organizations as Buddha CEO is doing it, various spiritual organizations and taking the mission toward taking it further and speeding up the work for inclusion of this meditation in the government sectors, corporate and all. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you. So I think global conference of meditation leaders, the fact that we are doing it in Delhi is to involve a lot of government officials, right? And I think your point is also to reach a lot more government servants. You'll have to do it in different languages based on where we are doing it, right? Because government, again, we have a multi-layered approach to governance. So for example, in different states, it could be different languages. So that's one point we'll take away from that, sir. Rajiv ji, it was your experience and also you've been working with global bodies like World Bank. We would love professionals and leaders in global bodies and NGOs also to be practicing meditation. So what are your views on how do we take this to them?
Yeah, sure. It's absolutely the very urgent need, rather, I would say. So just to start with my, as you said, with my journey, like, I started meditation when I was around 35 years of age. So like all other young architects, I was also ambitious and I wanted to, do well, design big buildings. So I, like every, selfish reason, I started meditating. I was told that you meditate and then you will get good designs. You will start manifesting good designs. So that's what I started doing, and I certainly noticed that the designs are flowing in. And those buildings which I designed after meditating on them, people appreciated. Other buildings were okay. So that I tasted blood, and then I started, working extensively. And then later I realized the other benefits that we all know. And the health benefits, reduction of stress, better focus. So all these things were the byproducts which I realized later, which came along with it. So working in the bank, World Bank, I see stress everywhere. All World Bank staff, they need to rotate every 3-4 years to a new country. They have to take their families with them. They have issues with their children, their schools, their families, their houses. So on top of that, they have these targets to be met. They have to do certain amount of work and, get certain number of projects. So this stress, I think, is very, we have to, and I have been working on it. So we have to get it to the organizations. And, in World Bank, they have a thing called retreat. So different teams go on retreats about twice a year, and they spend around 4 or 5 days with their families in a relaxed atmosphere. So that is where I have been trying to get our meditation sessions, and I am sure I'll succeed very soon. And I had a very interesting experience 2 weeks back when I was in Ghana. Well, we were having a discussion, and there was kind of bit of discussion with the government, not so pleasant. So then I said, okay, let's meditate. And there were 4 of us. So first of all, meditate. Oh, yes, I should, but I don't know if I can. So I said, okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just spend 15 minutes. So there were 4 of us, 3 more other than me. There was a guy from Ghana. There was a lady from Bangladesh. She's our boss. And then there was a young boy from Palestine. So we meditated for 15 minutes, and they sat through it. But the best thing that I heard after that was the next day when we came for the meeting. So Rajiv sir, can we just meditate for 5 minutes? So that was very, very good feeling. And now the Ghanaian was a Christian. So the other day he messaged that he is practicing singing carols for Easter. So he was saying that, I'm practicing a little bit in the morning. So I said, yeah, that's enough, never mind. I'm coming again mid-April and then we'll do more. So there is an urgent need to take it to these international agencies, and same thing one hears about from UNESCO, UNICEF, UN. The stress level is very high, and given the pressure conditions and the political pressures that they have to work under, so this meditation will, I'm sure will help, and we will do. And the GCMLs are helping. Some of the friends are going to join tomorrow, day after. So it will be good when the word gets spread.
Wonderful, thank you. So 2 takeaways. I think Jayashree Madam and team, so we should start architecture profession specific program, right? So that people get ideas, wonderful, brilliant ideas when they connect with their soul consciousness. So wonderful. And then the second thing is retreats, right? So at corporates, we always do off-site retreats. I think we should introduce something called off-mind retreats. Let people go out away for 2-3 days, be silent, be in a meditative space. So that's another way we should probably position. And as you said, sir, definitely leaders in all bodies, all global bodies or local bodies need a lot of meditation. I'll come back to you. Yes, Prashant ji, first your experience, and then I know you've been on the road, attending a lot of conferences and having a lot of food and fun at conferences. So conferences is one part, we all know, right? There's a format for the conferences. And then at Buddha CEO, we also do symposiums, right? 1-day symposiums or half-a-day symposiums on specific days. We also do it for corporates, 1-day events. And then there are workshops that we do. So in your view, after you speak about your experience, in your view, are there any other new ideas, new ways that we can take this forward to leadership and professionals?
Thank you, Sai, and thank you, Buddha CEO, for making us come into meditation. And thank you, Narendra sir, for bringing us here. Actually, when we were talking about having this panel discussion, and we thought, okay, what's the vision for Buddha CEO? What's the vision for meditation? And I read through that vision statement, which talks about that you have to really focus on leaders coming into meditation for national well-being, for sustainable growth and global peace. Right? Very good. So all of us have to understand. For me, if you ask personally, it's very difficult to really remember these. So I have to read it many times to remember what is the vision statement. For me, I think into meditation is about being there and understanding and bringing a change in oneself. So this is, I think, my first interaction. After 40 days of Chandraji's program, I went to AMR Valley in Pyramid Valley there, and then I happened to meet Patriji once. And lucky for me and Vinita that we were able to have a 15-20 minutes interaction with him, our first interaction. And a lot of questions keep coming in our mind. And one of my questions was, what is the truth? What is truth of life, And he kept quiet and he said, Prashant, you are the truth. And like, okay. So you are the truth. So I have to really understand. It's a deep meaning word, and I spend time in understanding. And what people can have different meanings out of it. And what I understood the meaning out of it was that when you are the truth means you have to really work on yourself in life. So what you are, what you create of yourself, that is the truth for you. Truth can be different for different people. And I think morning also when Patriji was talking about, question was asked about well-being. The answer he gave is, when you feel well-being from inside, then everything will come out naturally. You don't have to think about it. It comes, it flows. I think that is important. Again, for me, everybody talks about science is important for meditation. For me, it's not science. It's just belief in meditation. Rest all will flow. Science, like those you have to convince a lot of people to come in, and because new generation wants to understand science. I am not the person who wants to understand science. I am the person who really want to deep dive into it because I believed in it, and then understand what change it can bring in oneself. So every time now, I think over 5 years, what change it has brought is that you don't judge people, you don't react, respond, while it is, I would say, a 30-40% change. Still, thoughts come, still reaction comes. But maybe for few minutes, few seconds. Believe me, like after, my anger never lasts more than 5 minutes in my life. Max 5 minutes in my office also, anywhere. So, this is a good change, I'm not saying those reaction is not coming, but 5 minutes is max. I think this is what meditation has brought. And imagine, like, I interact with so many leaders in India, globally. If this itself is brought, life will become so simple for everyone. Imagine that if somebody getting angry on you and you feel, okay, fine, it's not for me, maybe he's bothered somewhere else. For me, it's like, this is the word he's asking and I have to do this only. Imagine this starts happening. What we talk about as Buddha CEO, global peace, mental well-being, all will actually come into place. And I think one big change which has come today, we read newspapers every day. Being a consultant, you have to talk about a lot of things in different big meetings. So you need to know what's happening. But believe me, because I'm in meditation, the thought that so many people are getting killed, this is happening. So it's not impact. You could see, you want to stop it. But last year also in Global GCML, I met Shivani ji and she said, and asked this question to her. And she said, at that time Russia-Ukraine war was still on. She said, Prashant, don't bother. Just work on yourself. Because just by bothering yourself, you can't stop the war. But maybe by meditation, the positive message, the vibrations which spread, these vibrations can go anywhere in the world. Maybe all of us meditating together can really have an impact on, okay, it might change the mind of Trump. So imagine. So I think this is the positive attitude. If you want to work with, this is what the essence of meditation, what I could get. Can I bring, because just another example, I was there in a party, 50th birthday celebration in Udaipur this weekend only. Morning you go and I was meditating near poolside for half an hour, and people who came, they saw, they said, okay, what you are doing, I explained, and because it was coming from inside, few people said, okay, share with us, we want to be in meditation, and they are all leaders, they are big leaders. So when we talk about influencing the leaders, I think it's not about explaining, nobody wants to really get into, okay, methodology. They want to see a change in you, and they want to actually implement in their lives. I think all of us here, this is what Buddha CEO has taught us. This is what we all need to do, that bring a change in ourselves, which will bring a change in life of people, because everybody, whatever, even you say fashion statement, people want to follow leaders. anybody wants to follow, Karthikeyan he talks so good, he is such a great leader, he treats everybody equally, and suddenly you want to, oh, can I spend some time with Karthikeyan? So it's this change we want to bring in ourselves. And the next point, Sai, that you talked about, what new different changes? I think we all meet so many people. Today is the world of influencer, So as I was saying, you change yourself, it's a world of influencer. If we can bring somebody into meditation, for example, Deepika Padukone talked about depression, and everybody understood there is something called depression and needs to be worked upon. While honestly till today I do not understand what is depression, but still people have some. So that means there is something, there must be something, right? So it's not necessary that I should understand. So when she talked about, everybody understood and they really started working on it, and meditation is one real solution for same. So I think influencing leaders, identifying even government circles, who are the leaders, who are thought leaders in medical profession, in skilling business. So who are the leaders? If these leaders start following, I think our life will be becoming much easier instead of just going in GCML and implementing it. So I think influencer in every field, influencer does not mean who wears good clothes. Influencer means somebody who has followers, right? So I think we have to identify those followers and really work on, and thanks to now our expansion of GCML, Rajiv ji has been there, Rajiv Arora ji, Rajiv Agrawal ji, Singhal ji, they are all influencers, honestly. They go at right places, and because they are there and people follow us. I think thanks for creating this platform, Chandra ji, and now our mission of influencing so much that maybe suppose 1 to 3% maybe people meditate, how can we take it to 50%? I think we keep our efforts on and we'll do it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Prashant. One obviously is how meditation helps us in the corporate world, right? In terms of, as he said, no anger, no depression, which is what most of us need in this age of geopolitical uncertainty, right? And then influencers, yes, very good thing. Obviously, so influencers are basically people who influence someone's thought and behavior, right? Most of them in terms of knowledge, most of them in terms of shopping behavior. But today it's more about changing their inner behavior through the practices. So we either get influencers from outside, talk about meditation, or we should make our Chandra sir and Prashant ji and everybody influencers by getting them 1 million followers and they become influencers, right? So that's what we will do. Okay, so we all passed the first round of question with a lot of writing. So I think except Reshma ji, all of us come from the age where if a question is asked, we write 2 pages with the answer in the last 2 lines. That is how we all passed. We all got marks, right? So
He is absolutely right.
So now very quickly to the question point, that's 90 seconds of answer. All right. So Reshma ji, now we're doing these events. We are doing this global conferences, regional conferences, symposiums, right? And one of the things that we want to improve is the follow through out of the event, right? How do we engage? Because if you look at it, I saw the data, 5,000 people introduced into new meditators through these project meditation. And then I think I saw 50,000 touch points. So how do we improve the effectiveness of follow through from these conferences?
So I think the follow through begins from the day the event is here. Like as we know, like for these such conferences, we put a lot of efforts to bring in the influential, as I said, leaders, embassies, government officials. So when they are on site here, I think it's the main responsibility of each one of us to meet them and spend some time with them, telling about mission and how we can execute in their organization, right? The best example is Dr. Karthikeyan ji. Like so many influential he has got, which helps us to spread meditation globally. So each one of us has to put that effort, meet people, and and also the leaders who are come, right? Maybe after the conference is over, we should try to reach each of them and have a personal connection with them and tell about the plans we have, like 40 days program app, we can get them installed. And also we can handhold those people, like in their organization, if they represent some people in their organization, we can handhold for them for some time, coach them. And I feel that we have to create a leader in their organization, meditation leader, so that they can continue in their organization, right? By the time next GCML comes, we should have so many leaders explaining their case studies at their organization. That should be our goal. And
Thank
also,
you.
we can send newsletter and post-conference research studies and the output. That will reinforce them in their mind, subconscious mind, about, oh, this big conference happens in spiritual leaders all come and gather, right? Even that would help.
Wonderful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, sir.
So the main point is physical follow-up, right? Meeting people. So I request all of us are ambassadors and champions of Buddha CEO. In this conference, a lot of new leaders will be coming. So if all of us can take one responsibility of taking one name and trying to follow through with them, meeting them to kind of get the programs going, that will be wonderful, right? So we'll see how to scale that. Yes. So Singalji, quick question. Government organizations, what is the right entry point for us to get these meditation programs going?
From my perspective, definitely the entry level has to be twofold. One is at the top, who really influence and can introduce the meditation, just like the yoga has been made mandatory in the government offices by the PM office. After 21st June has been declared as Yoga Day. Similarly, meditations through the top, it can be brought and introduced in each and every offices. So for that, right thing is definitely the Ministry of HRD, Ayush Ministry, definitely DOPT, and definitely PM office. These are the organizations where the direction is needed to bring the change, at least in the well-being level, some change, small in time of meditation in each and every office, that can be brought it. But definitely more important is to introduce each and every employee, each and every officer in the organizations to adopt the meditation, to understand them, to bring in the change.
Wonderful.
Both approach we have to needed in this side.
Okay.
For that, definitely, one thing, digital media is very, very influential. So we should bring it in the age of today's digital AI. So we should bring more digital awareness, because in each and every office now the digital media is being followed very aggressively. Most of the government works are done through digital media. Each and every employee is mandatory digitally literate. So we should bring more digitally, as well as Reshma is saying, physical contact, frequent physical contact is more important.
Wonderful. Okay. So top down through leadership and bottom up through the digital media. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. So Rajiv ji, quick question. How do we collaborate with other organizations? One of the project meditation to go to leaders, right? There are other organizations already, other industry bodies, other forums, leadership forums, CFO forums, CEO forums, right? So how do we collaborate with them to take meditation through their organizations?
Yes, I think one of the important things we need to do is go through their co-federation of like CII and other organizations.
FICCI, yes.
Or FICCI. Or like in the bank, like I was telling you, they have a big HR department and everybody needs meditation. And the best part of our Buddha CEO is that it is explained very scientifically and very easy to practice. So that makes it even more attractive to people. And then, you see, GCML to GCML are two annual events. So, but we have to persist along the year also. Wherever we go, wherever we sit, whenever we have an opportunity, we should mention at that level in every meeting. And like Prashantji was saying, influencers. So then when they see us practicing and convincing them. What I, again, going back to a little bit to the Ghana experience, when I explained it to them in 5 minutes scientifically, That is what convinced them. Otherwise, they were Christians, Muslims, so they were not so easily convinced. So therefore, our system is very good. So we approach the HR departments in the international agencies, and somehow or the other get entry into the retreats. I think that will be really very good.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ajay. So Prashantji, they say you cannot improve anything that you can't measure. Right, so we are doing these events. So what are your thoughts on how do we start measuring? What are some metrics that we measure the success of some of these events?
Definitely, and we were talking about, I and Rajiv ji were talking about metrics. So today the focus is how many government officials, for example, we identify health, skill, Ayush, education. So how many people from those ministry join from GCML 1, 2, 3. Similarly, institutions, UNESCO people are coming this time, UN people are coming this time. So how many of these organizations we want to target, how many came? Similarly, from educational institutions, how many people we want to target, how many? So I think our target is very clear. How many people come? This is one part, and second, to be very precise, is I think the way you have in Bangalore, you are committed, Pradeep ji is there, then you have Reshma is there, and then you have now Jayashri is there. So all of these people who are kind of fully committed, similar kind of people you need to be there in Delhi, so that who can actually, there are so many resourceful people sitting over here, and then Rajiv, we can connect to anywhere. I think, but somebody needs to be there for continuous follow-up. I think this is important to take it forward, to make it more impactful year after, because after GSML, we normally forget for a few months, and then we again recharge. So, if somebody is full time, then they can recharge. This is my bit. What is very, very important.
Wonderful. Yes, I think I agree with all that you said, and thanks for being precise as well. So wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks to each one of you for your thoughts and comments. I know we're probably a little bit over time, and I hope you found it useful. A lot of points. There are action items not just for the Buddha CEO team, it's for the entire Buddha CEO team here. All right. So with that, thanks to the team. Thanks, Pradeep.
Just one more point. While we talked about influencers, I think all of you sitting here are influencers. So yes. Whoever you meet and you can spread, I think is important. So it's like, that's the kind of, because even one added, you should pat your back that yes, another person added. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, I request all of you to be here for a minute for quick felicitation. I would like to invite Chandra sir and Rambabu sir for doing the felicitation ceremony. Thank you everyone for your valuable inputs.
For more details, write to us at excellence@buddhaceo.org.